We are here at Inverness Hole 1.
And already completely distracted, so this is awesome.
We got Pete behind the camera. Y'all, glad to have you here on the channel, officially like in person.
Right.
Normally
here in
Mike's
Birmingham.
videos on the channel are he films them, sends them to me, and then we add them in. So here is us in the same frame, y'all. It's a real relationship. Who knew? The way Birdie Talks works tonight, we have 9 holes on the front 9 of this video, and then we'll have 9 on the back. We ask 9 questions. 9 of them are stock. 9 of them are going to be very personal to you. And so, because Mike is, like Dos Equis, most interesting man in the world, actually filmed after Mike. So lots of hobbies and things that we're going to be diving into.
So catch me if I fall.
Our first question is, if you could steal a disc golf skill from any pro in the world, what would you take?
Okay, that's a great question. Any skill from any disc golfer?
Yeah.
It would probably be for my game, Eagle McMahon's forehand.
Okay. That's
Because that is, for me, one of the flat spots in my overall game.
Yeah.
To have that distance in that, I would probably take that.
I love it. Okay. Fantastic. Hole 1, we're going up and over the hill. Hole right side is OB. So just honestly want to keep something in bounds, land as flat as possible. Probably a Luna shot for you. You're going to see that pretty much all day for Mike. I'm going hex. The other thing is Mike is here in town and we're working on my form. So I hope that when you're watching this, you're like, wow, Robbie looks like a different golfer. Whether it's good or not, that's not what today's about.
Or what you might see is, hang on, you need to be here.
Yeah.
So just to be prepared.
Yeah. It's OB, but it's good. I liked how it felt. Yeah, rock is definitely the choice.
Understable rock on a horizon. This one's just up over and here to the left,
Yeah,
right?
that big, like, thick tree that you can see straight ahead. If you come in flat at it and it's finishing left, it's going to be perfect.
Okay. Two off the first?
2 off the first. Yeah, that's
guaranteed.
now we're talking. Okay, yeah,
Now we're
2 off the
talking.
first. 2 off the first. Here we go. Going origin. That one's in bounds at least. Maybe for
What is-
right now. No, it's
well,
not.
hey,
And it's
hey,
gone.
Hey. Oh no.
Welcome to Inverness, baby.
Oh no.
That's got a 50-50 shot on being in bounds. Because that hill will carry us all the way down. So we'll see how it goes. Hole 1 and 2, I tell people, are a different course when you're playing mentally. Because you can take some nasty big numbers on holes 1 and 2.
I can see that.
Like 2 shots off the first, both out of bounds. Epic bump. It's going to be down there. That I can see it actually out of bounds up
Yours?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
You think here?
Sure.
Okie dokie.
Pretty.
There we go.
Pretty shot. How big of a drop off? Not too bad.
It's not horrific, but it's definitely there. But it doesn't matter because you make it. Yeah, that's great. Whoop, whoop. You got both of us? He's the man. That's 17 millimeter coming in clutch. Whoop, whoop. You know, I want to go ahead and draw in the people because I don't think I've had anyone from the Midwest on my channel in this format for sure. You're from the Chicago area.
Correct.
So, favorite style of pizza? Like, are you a Chicago like deep dish guy?
Yes.
Or are you like, you know, New York? Give me that huge slice flat pan. Like, what's the?
The initial answer is yes, all pizza. It is. It really is. But if they said you got to pick something, it would be the deep dish because it's just so iconic for there and that. But pizza is a big yes. If I had to choose, it'd be deep dish.
Okay. What toppings? What are your, like, okay, cheese and sausage, and what's like, is there a topping that goes on the pizza that you're like, that person is dead to me?
I know this is the pineapple people who do that.
You hear that, Swanky Disc Golf? You hear that?
The
No
pineapple
pineapple on the
people.
pizza. The big thing to know here is that there's basically, you can kind of see like rolling hills.
Yep.
There is a massive canyon in the middle. Not like unplayable, but everything like filters down there. Right side, death. Left side, a little bit more open, but just straight is
Okay.
like the play.
Come on. There we go. What?
It's pretty good. And by it's pretty good, I mean, it's really good. I'll stick in the Discraft family. We're going stink. 50%.
50% is what we're working on.
And then it's boom, hit, drive, feel it. And at 50%, this thing's not going to burn over.
You're going to love this. Hang on. See that timing and that 50% how it kept you in the shot?
Yeah.
You didn't over rotate on the front.
Awesome.
You know, when I see big tee pads on courses like this, I don't know who put it in, but I always want to pay respect to the ones who lugged all this concrete up into areas like this. The labor force behind it is crazy, so I always appreciate it.
And just wait, because there's a service road right there. Just wait till we get to more appreciation moments of like hole 10. Just like, oh my goodness.
Really?
Yeah, we're going hammer up on it.
Get it. Oh, what a shot. Beautiful shot.
Here we go.
That, my
Oh,
friends, is scrambling at its finest. All right. Love it. Get it.
Oh, good run. Good look.
Thanks.
Your question here, you're riding in the car, you're by yourself.
Okay.
What are you listening to? Are you a music guy, radio, audiobooks, podcasts?
All of the above. A lot of Pandora or audiobooks or
Okay.
podcasts.
I love it.
Podcasts on poker, typically, right? Otherwise, Pandora. The last station I had on was Rival Sons,
Okay.
Pandora. So I guess the majority would be Pandora.
All right. I love it.
Yeah, that was all that distance is right on.
Yeah. I thought so much about my footwork on that one of not
Really?
short stroking it that I was like, okay, we didn't. And then I let it go behind me. All right. So this tree, I want to think is in my way, but it's actually not in my way. So forehand polecat was terrible. It was not the play.
Nice pace on it. So I need to make a decision.
I really just want to make that, put the pressure on you. Of
Really
like,
need to
nah,
make
you
a
got
decision.
you got to make your putt, or else we take.
Probably need to see how much elevation. One time.
There it is.
Fall back spin putt.
Woohoo! Big Strauss. Are you ready to the tree? Great putt, dude.
Thank you, thank you.
Great putt to hole 4.
Oh.
So blue basket is
Right.
very much in the way. Honestly, you ace one on the blue basket, you're on your way. You can you see the yellow tucked
Yes,
behind it?
over
Yeah.
there. Okay.
So moving your way down. This is where the 50-50 chance on the Flippy Luna is going to really come into play, because the Flippy Luna is the play, and just let it like turn over the whole way down. So long thumb, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if would long thumb mess with if you threw the Flippy on long thumb.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. So I guess I'm rolling my odds if we're keeping the poker
Right.
vibe going. Which brings us to our next question. So speaking of poker, what is, and we may have to walk and explain this so we're not stuck on the pad for a little while. Is there statistically like the worst hand possible
Yes.
in poker? What's the worst hand?
7 deuce offsuit.
7 deuce offsuit.
7 deuce offsuit. Can't make a straight. Can't make a flush. Your high card is a deuce high card would be a 7 with the worst kicker,
Yeah.
and everything can beat a pair of deuces.
Because flush, yeah, I guess if you're trying to think like So you can't make a flush because is that assuming like a full table of
Yeah,
like,
because here's the thing: if you make a flush, there'll be 4 out on the table, right?
so pretty much everyone else
8
also probably has
and with
it.
a higher
Yeah.
club beats you.
Yeah, that's
And if
which
your
is not
deuce
good
is
to
the
bet
club,
on. Yeah, yeah.
every other club beats you.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right.
I'm also throwing a forehand putter, so
If it's understable, I just got to play it up there and make sure try not to give away the 3, right? Fall back.
that took such a long time to
It
get
did.
down.
It was like,
Poof, poof. Saw George up there in the jungle and said, "I got you, brother."
that's got to be parked, yes?
It's like right 25. Yeah, big skip in the end, which is not. It's a new pig, so it. If I threw a beat-in pig, it's nice because it goes straight, but then you might lose the fade going down the hill.
Okay.
So you kind of like to really park it. I feel like you got to throw the flex backhand or like a slow turnover backhand.
Yeah, I got a little bit more Anheuser line over here. All good? One time.
Oh,
God.
whew.
I had to go for it.
I got a very fortunate branch that caught me.
Nice.
Boop, 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 boop. Whack. The ceiling had like actually no effect on me, but the fact that my head was touching the ceiling, I was like, oh yeah, can't put any height on this one, Robert. What's the most sentimental disc in your collection?
I have a rock, a DX rock, that I got from Terry Miller way back in the day, late 90s. It had the Terry Miller swoosh. Him and I were pretty good friends, and it has beat into something I literally cannot replace.
Yeah.
On the shelf, I can work it. It's awesome. So that would hands down be the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
Okay. I love it. I love it. We want to basically push that gap and just get over the trees, and Pete is in line with the basket.
Okay.
So 125 feet, I'm going to throw a Firebird.
Like that?
That I think did not push. I think it may not have pushed enough. I may want a little bit more distance. Are you on putter roller?
Putter roller.
Okay. Yes, please. I
You know
love
what?
it.
We're going to have fun with it.
I love it. Ooh, looks like it got eaten up.
Oh, I got hit a little bit, but
Yeah,
that's what I was looking for.
foliage held it too straight. Yeah.
Yeah, it knocked this. Yep. Otherwise, it would have gone.
Yeah. But honestly, you're going to be completely content with that. Like that's,
I figured, you know what? Let's have fun with this.
yeah. Ooh.
Boo.
Ooh. Disc catcher.
No, putter.
Marketing lies.
It was all the guy. Very nice deuce. Straight ahead, we're on red tee, 270. Okay.
Yeah, it's 270. Back line comes into play, but like if you really, I'm going to be honest, I think the back line's very much going to come into play for me.
Okay.
So I I want to like cheat and go over stable to make sure it doesn't, but I'm gonna
Trust what we're working on.
trust what we're working on. Before we can throw the shot, Mike, we gotta ask a question. We gotta ask a question. So you've heard already in the hobbies, right? So we talk Chicago pizza. Now we talk poker, bowling.
Okay.
Because Mike, great bowler, took what
Before I
you
hurt
said,
my neck.
yeah, 2 years, and you were averaging what?
205.
205.
I had an 800 series and several 700 series.
Yeah.
So, but I was surrounded by great people.
If you were to give one bowling tip, what would you give?
And it comes into disc golf too, that the shot itself is not one motion. Okay, there's a separation. Thumb down, which protracts the left shoulder, and when you come into the slide, this moves here and this finishes on its own. So it looks like this. 1, 2, and then you post, because you have to watch the ball. Don't step out of the same thing here in disc golf. Back left arm gathers the left side, 1, 2, and then it comes through. It's not 1. So,
And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now.
and that's why I
1,
set it up. Just like we discussed.
Here we go, baby.
That's that 50% throw. Very, very nice.
And it plays every bit of the 270
Okay.
to actually get there.
Too high. Ugh.
That's fine. Yeah, Mule Day A5 got some prodigy in the bag after quite some time. Nope.
You knew it right away, huh?
In my putt right now, I'm like just really focused on making sure that I'm getting that strong supination.
Which
But I'm not aiming it like, once again, right now in my disc golf game, there's not a lot of throws that I'm throwing that I'm actually aiming. We're just
it's a feeling.
pure,
Yep.
yeah, feel and get the stroke down. Okay, so this is a weird question to a lot of people, and people in the first 2 birdie talks have been like, I don't understand why this question's in there.
And I haven't.
It's personal to me because I have thoughts and feelings on these. And it's actually like it's very much a part of my life and things that I've done and spent my free time doing. So personality assessments like Myers-Briggs, StrengthsFinder, Enneagram, all those things. How do you feel about them? Take them, leave them, some validity to them? What do you think?
I think there's validity to them. I think the people who are running them, the context in which they view the answers, that's where I would dig a little deeper and say why, and do they really understand what they're seeing? So it's the context. How are you vetting them?
Yeah.
What is the context of how you're using it?
Yeah.
For me, that's where my questions lie on there.
Yeah.
I think there's validity in them. It's how you use it.
Yeah. So like, I'll share this now so that way it's contextual for the rest of them and we're waiting on them to close out on the hole anyways. I'm a certified StrengthsFinder instructor. I'm a certified Myers-Briggs instructor. I'm a certified Enneagram instructor. And I use them solely from like a coaching standpoint or even just interacting with people, seeing those patterns. And I never am the guy who like, well, Mike, I can tell by your the way you sip coffee that you're clearly a type 7. So that means that I need to treat you this and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, but it's like, it's not about putting people in a box,
Right.
but it's much more about like, people deserve respect. People deserve to be treated well. So anything I can do to try to like understand people better and treat them better. Yeah. Like
that's when
why would I not
want to
do that?
Exactly.
So that's why the question's in there. So I'm waiting because there's going to be some guy that's going to come on or some gal and they're going to be like, I love him and here's why. And there's going to be another person in the next episode that's going to be like, I hate him and here's why.
Well,
and
it's just, like in the book Jim Collins, Good to Great, they talk about getting the right people on the bus and get the wrong people off the bus.
Yep.
If you're using it to try to strengthen your team and to do it, not just say, oh, sorry, you didn't make the cut. There's a line of demarcation. Bye-bye.
No.
I think a lot is missed.
Okay. I'm going to throw a turnover here. I'm going to throw a backhand turnover. I normally throw a forehand here.
I can see why. That would make a lot of sense.
But I think this is a fun one. Just like hole 2 that we did today.
How far to the right in it from your tree line? 15, 20, 30 feet in?
Once you get down and up in there, so there's one darker, thick tree, like kind of straight ahead.
Yeah.
I should like really study trees more, as much time as I study in disc golf, because then I'd be like, oh, you see the oak that is blank, blank, blank away? These are probably all pines.
And how many years?
But also, I don't think it would help because then if I started using that, I feel like 90% of people are also like,
which one is that?
It's the dark one right ahead. So I talk myself out of it all the time. But yeah, so you want to go at that one and kind of be turning in at that tree. Anything early on the right side, bad.
Jail, huh?
Very bad.
That has to be a good line. Oh, was it? But you're saying
a little longer, and that's perfect.
That's right side where we don't want to. Oh, now it's not.
Join me, brother. That is fantastic.
Thank you.
Like 20 feet. I'm actually going to try something a little different. I'm going to mark it so I'm a little further forward. Boop, boop, boop. And once again, know your rules, people, because you're positioned not to like the tee pad, you're positioned to the basket. So I'm not like stepping out here. I'm not cheating by being forward because I'm lined up to the basket.
Good tree.
Yeah. That was going to be very far past the basket. So we will take it.
Just like the downtown.
I'll make 2-2.
Right?
Question is, we know the hobbies, we know all that, but also incredible, I'm going to say accomplishment, because I think it is something special to note here. This year or next year, you and Wendy are celebrating 30 years.
We did on September 12th.
Okay.
30 years of marriage. Yep.
So we have, obviously, so many people love Frisbees, but there are people that love people and, you know, relationships boom and all that. So you guys love this transition, you know, me stuttering through it. If you had to give what has been the most meaningful piece of advice given to you in your marriage?
That, especially early on, you know, obviously everything is honeymoon stage, everything is great, all that. Find the commonalities that link you two together. Still have your individual hobbies, still have your individual lives, but find the simple things in life that tie you together on a daily basis. Like certain shows we watch together. Like we watched the Chicago Fire, Med, and PD, right?
Yeah.
And then we're watching The Challenge because we happen to come across it. So that's like our nighttime together.
Yeah.
She loves Animal Planet, National Geographic. I'm not so much.
Yeah.
I watch her. So we have our individual things, but we always have the simple daily things, not just vacations and stuff that tie us together. So
Awesome. Here we go. Set.
that has to be good.
Yeah, I think it might be even a little long, but that's fine. Once again, like, yeah, if it stayed on the hill, it's perfect.
Okay.
If it did not, we in trouble. That's the tree we're looking for right there.
Nice. And I'm guessing that was the flippy one, by the way.
That is the flippy one, whichever one.
So the theory behind the flippy one is when we were playing today, I brought 3 Lunas with me. I have 10 Lunas that I'll take any 2 or 3 and jump in a tournament. It doesn't matter to me. I can throw them, putt them, do whatever. But we realized when throwing them today during my teaching lesson with him is one of them is flippy. We've determined the blue stamp one is not, but one of the 2 silver are. I grabbed one of the silvers, unknowingly flipped a coin, lost.
But we got to be careful, right? Because eventually, if you keep throwing the blue one, knowing it's not flippy,
Then it becomes
it will
flippy.
get flippy. So. Sit.
Like that.
Yeah, I think that might be a little deep, but yeah. The forehand ante makes sense, but I like the backhand. We're working on the backhand, so.
Like that.
Get around it. It's really wide. That's fine. It's gonna be like a 25-footer.
Which is well within.
I gotta put some zest on that one if I want to score. It takes a second, but I'm all about the routine. Helps get that confidence of, I've done this so many times.
So many times. Just like that.
Take 2 threes on this hole any day.
Absolutely.
Like 187 up to the right.
Okay.
So our final question of this front 9 video, because this will be split into 2. So if you're watching this and you look down and you're like, oh, this video was released over a week ago, that means part 2's out. So prepare yourself so you can see the back 9. If you're watching this when it came out, prepare yourself, because next week, the back 9. The final question for this one is, what is the most important role you see yourself serving in disc golf?
Being in the sport for 29 years, working on the biomechanics and learning for almost 19 now, and starting that journey, not only with wanting to better my game, but an injury that was caused when I tore my tendon from an article, put me on a path of saying, I want to teach people the mechanics, give them all how to get there, but also do it safely and not have to live it.
That's fair.
I think bad information out there can have bad consequences. So
I love it. You know what else I love?
Forehand, or are you staying with your backhand theme?
I'm going with the backhand thing.
Nice.
And honestly, I play the back. I'm 100% going to hit a tree because I'm saying this, but I have so much more success throwing the backhand on this hole than I do throwing the forehand.
Okay.
Even as like a guy who would tell himself that I'm forehand confident, it's shaped so well to the backhand. Yep. See, I messed it up, but that's fine. I did not commit and pulled
I
down.
did not commit. It's the tree. Ah. Black ace on the blue basket.
I believe in you. You can make that putt.
Tried to make it.
We both hit trees on the upshot. It's great. It's great. Oh, I believe. Oh, I believe. Oh, I believe that Mike can putt. Oh, I believe that Mike can putt. I mean, I didn't really think about it until like I knew you were on your way down, and we were talking about you coming down, and you were like, I don't know how many discs I'm going to bring, and I was like, oh, well, I know you putt with Lunas, and I have so many Lunas. But yeah, we've been Luna Gang all weekend.
I have been Luna Gang all week.
Just different plastics. All right, so that's going to wrap up the front nine. It's the front. I'm delirious at this point. So many hills. Mike, how you feeling so far?
Good. This is amazing course. This is awesome golf.
It is like, it's tough to tell people if you're coming through Birmingham, like this is the course you must play, because George Ward's a lot easier on the body and whatnot.
This
But
is a must-play course.
yeah, like I just feel
Hands
like
down.
it's worth it. So even if you're a beginner, there's still things to be learned here. So I take a lot of people out for the first round. So Mike, appreciate it. And we'll see you on the back nine. For
Back
now,
nine.
we're going to leave you with the birdie.